Well, hello again. Long time no see. It's been some time since I've posted a video. I've lived a lot of life. It's a little update for me, but back to it anyways. What I've got here is the large 3.5-inch cast iron skillet. And I'll tell you what, this thing is tiny. It's cast iron skillet though, so it works like that. It's by Lodge Manufacturing. I'll put the dimensions of it up shortly. And I bought it with the intention of cooking eggs in it because this is like the perfect size for eggs. Let me put something up there that I can. Wait. Here we go. Let's see if I can get this in here. Boom. Okay. Sorry for the dust. I've got hard water in my dishwasher. That's why that looks like that. But in comparison to my top ramen noodle cooker, it's tiny. It's right inside it. But anyway, that's enough of that. Sneak peek from there. It's just for sizing. I had it on hand in this drawer. Yeah. So I've got a little bit of experience using cast iron pans. I have a few. There's a grill, but we're not talking about that. I just bought this thing within the last week. I've used it 2 times. Yeah, pretty much. There's really not much to talk about if you know anything about cast iron pans, but if you don't, let me give you a little rundown. So, cast iron is merely casted iron, molded into the shape of a pan, or cast into the shape of a pan rather, and then you basically polymerize oil onto it by applying a thin layer of oil to all surfaces on the pan, the handle included, the back, the spout, everywhere. And then basically you just heat it up. Whatever method you use will dictate how your seasoning turns out. Like if you use too much oil like I did on this griddle, it'll come out all splotchy like that. But the joy of cast iron is that it's able to be corrected without destroying and throwing away the pan and having to buy a new one. So I believe Lodge uses vegetable oil, so you'll see bits of that. It's kind of flaking off right there on the edge right there. So there's a little expose on how the bare iron looks, and the seasoning on it is obviously different. But yeah, this thing is really cool. It works great for eggs, like I said. You could probably bake like cookies in it if you're into big cookies like this. It's not really big though, it's pretty small, but for a cookie it'd be very big. Yeah, so like I said, I've tried this twice. The whatever that is, I don't know, it's probably just where the I don't know. So pretty much you thinly oil the pan, then I prefer to bake them because it applies a more even heat to the whole pan, obviously. I use canola oil, so the smoke point is like 350 degrees. So I try and bake anything that I season with canola oil in an oven at like 420-ish degrees, you know, for the joke of it. But seriously, it's a high heat. So if you use an oil that has a higher smoke point than canola, like avocado oil, you'd probably want to try and heat it even higher, because if you don't heat the oil hot enough on the pan, it'll be sticky. And I'm about to say something crazy controversial, but I use Dawn dish soap, dish detergent, on my cast iron because Martha Stewart said I could. And Lodge also says that you can use dish soap, dish detergent. Anything without lye in it you can use, because lye will strip the seasoning off of these. But people say you might taste the soap. I've not tasted the soap when I cook with it after using it, because I rinse the soap off, you know, like a normal human. I don't use I don't boil water in these. I made chili in my Lodge combo cooker that I have that I'll probably use in the future, and that did strip some seasoning off of the pot part of it, because that was where it sat for hours, because I used it on like a simmer. So acidic foods will strip the seasoning off of this too. But for the most part, you can cook pretty much whatever you would cook in a pan in one of these, and it'll turn out pretty good. I have noticed though that using cast iron, the food is a little more crispy. Like, I like grilled cheese in these now, like preferably tuna melts, like pretty much grilled cheese with tuna on it, and it comes out really crispy, and it's awesome. Baking things, oh, like cornbread. Oh, dude, cornbread is delicious in cast iron for sure. It's got a nice little crust on it. Ooh, I can't even talk about it. I want to make cornbread now. Yeah, but that's about it. This is pretty much this thing. I love you too, baby. Ah. That was my daughter. And yeah, this is made in Tennessee. I wish it said on here, but I don't think it does. Nope, for sure. Yeah, that's my 3.5-inch Lodge cast iron skillet. If you like this and you want to see more about cast iron, I would consider doing a channel based on care and like tips on how to use cast iron, because that was one of the things I planned on when I started YouTube. But aside from that, and aside from the few things I talked about in here, I'm no expert. And if you have anything to add to these videos, feel free to. I can't know everything about something unless I choose to, and I don't. So I use these enough to cook, and I cook in them pretty successfully for the most part. I've run across a lot of issues. I will never put oil on a pan and then put it in the cupboard, because that's terrifying. That feels like a pretty good way to get dust and anything that's going to fly around your house inside it, and I don't want to cook with that. So what I do is I oil it, and then I heat it after I clean it with Dawn, of course. And yeah, and then I take it out of the oven, let it cool before I put it in my cupboard because I don't want to set my house on fire. And that's it. So if you like this, thanks for watching. And if you didn't like it, thanks for watching. And yeah, let me know in the comments. Thanks.